The following program may contain strong language and mature content. Viewer discretion is advised.
Watching this at any time of the day. Wow. It is your boy Ryan Z from Helping Him and
Dwayne from the Netflix program. I don't know where that burst of energy just came from, but it was not here a second ago. It definitely took me off guard. Anyway,
hey y'all. Today is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day,
y'all.
So we're wearing red and white. This was not actually orchestrated, but I think he knew what I was wearing today, so he kind of tried to copy me.
Didn't.
He kind of
did.
Wow. Oh my gosh. So I'm here, y'all, and it's Valentine's Day. First off, we want to, come on, my favorite duo. First, we want to thank Pyromedia for always, producing us so beautifully. APLA Health for giving us the jobs we have. And CDC for bringing the Monty Hunty. Okay? They fund us, they fund the show, and they fund my program. Okay, so thank you, CDC. We see you.
You know, CDC throws some money.
Okay. So y'all got a tattoo. I got a tattoo last night, y'all. It was a little cover up, and y'all, I would have to put some Aquaphor in it, y'all. For the people who don't have tattoos, Aquaphor is your friend. Okay, Aquaphor is your friend. So I'm not gonna show y'all just yet, but y'all gonna see it one day. All right, y'all gonna see it real soon when it heal and everything. And thank you, Navon. He said you guys look great. We do look great. I know. Thank you. Oh my God, y'all need to stop.
Not CBC.
No, period. CDC.
Y'all funny.
No, CDC.
Okay.
Child. Anyway, let's tell them what we do out here. Okay, come on, I got tatted today.
What you get today?
It's the Geminis. Come on, Vershawn. Where you at? When you come back to LA, child?
He is Taurus. I mean, I get the Gemini place.
Gemini moon, yes. Mm-hmm. But go ahead.
How am I feeling?
No, yes, how you feeling first off?
What did you say?
Yeah, start there. How are you feeling today, Carlos?
Oh, child. I'm good. I'm hungry. I can't wait to, no shade, finish the show. I had a pleasant surprise. I'm going to take this morning, okay? My little situation came through and surprised me with some balloons on my core and some flowers, and I thought that was real cute.
Oh, that's cute.
Mm-hmm. So that, that kind of kicked off the morning real cute and real Valentine's Day like and stuff. Okay. And then, I had to.
And what you doing for him?
Oh, I mean, he will definitely find out tonight. Okay. But I mean, honestly though, I'm a little upset because some of his stuff didn't come because I ordered it online because sometimes.
Yeah, you gotta be ahead of the schedule.
Well, they had a sale. They had a last minute sale, and I was like, ooh, I was gonna buy this in store, but it's. Growing month. Right. So I was like, let me get it online. I was like, hopefully I can do express shipping, but even with express shipping, it's still coming tomorrow. So that's that on that. But other than that, I'm good. How are you, co-host?
I'm really good. I'm excited to surprise my little Tang. I'm excited.
Oh,
so we're gonna see.
What you surprising him with?
Well, just watch my story. You're gonna see it.
Oh, it's gonna be on your story.
It's gonna be on my story.
Okay.
Well, close friends, because
Oh, well, okay, yo.
I'm not doing my business.
Okay, but that's your business.
Okay, that's my business. Okay, hello.
and you were absolutely right, Navon. Thank you so much. It is better late than never.
Okay, he said get into it. Uh-huh. And Navon, we saw your story. I saw your story, child. You got a little Tang too.
Oh, for sure, you got a Tang.
No, I said Navon.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I did see that. Okay, I saw his little contact and everything.
Child, we gonna see. I'm putting two and two together.
Okay, and it's definitely making fun.
But nevertheless, let's talk about what we do out here, child.
Okay, so out here, specifically with networks, we encourage people to get tested with their friends. You know, it is a rapid instant HIV test, which is basically a finger prick. Or we now have OraQuick. So now if you want someone to do a little mouth swab, you could do that, whichever one is, you know, your preference. You know, we have some boxes that will be sent out coming soon, probably in the summertime, to be honest, y'all. So just like
September, spring, summer.
No, it's giving summer.
Okay.
I'm in charge. So
okay.
it's giving summer.
Okay.
Okay. But anyway, we also have my not single cooch. I know that's right. Okay, we're gonna get out your business no more, Mr. El Presidente. But yes, we also have my dance class that happens every Tuesday from 7 to 9. We have men's.
What's happening today?
Oh, not today though, y'all, because it's Valentine's Day and I got things to do, my man.
You gonna be nasty, ain't you?
I mean, hopefully, child.
Watch his close friends, child. Both our close friends might be one of it.
It's lit.
I think everybody about to be crazy on social media, okay?
You know,
it's one of them days.
Yeah, but let's stay on track. Yes. Okay. So every second and fourth Wednesday, we have Men's Mountaintop, hosted by my, co-worker Malik,
my friend,
with the braids. Y'all seen him before. Mm-hmm. Go back a couple episodes. What else?
Literally last episode.
We also have our Prep for Love event that is coming up this Saturday, also hosted by Malik. And then we have our Back to Black drag show hosted by my other coworker, Caitlin. Yes, Caitlin. Yeah. Okay, I'm excited to see that. Y'all might actually see. Okay, thank you, Kwame, for the flyer. Okay, there it is. So on the 18th, it is Prep for Love, and on the 24th, it is Back to Black drag show. Okay, you can see the times right there. The Prep for Love is from 10 a.m. to 2, and the Back to Black drag show is 7 to 9. Okay, and I'm also excited. Well, it was requested to me to announce it, but it is a Healthy Him thing.
Announce what?
I'm excited to announce that this Monday is starting the POV runway class hosted by.
I was gonna get to that. That's anything.
Healthy. Well, I was just out. It was
you do the network. I do the Healthy Him.
Well, they asked me to.
Who asked you?
The person who brought the class.
Yeah, he probably meant just make sure y'all talk about it on the show. He didn't mean you do it specifically.
I was just doing what was asked to me.
He reminded both of us.
Excuse me. Go ahead.
So, my counterpart, Caleb, aka Mother at this point. I feel like, first off, let's get into it. POV. Point of view, because it's your point of view runway. We love it. Okay, so it starts February 20th, and we're going to have the West Coast ballroom icons, up-and-coming legends here to teach. So first, it's going to start off with Diamond Miyake Mugler, then Byron Juicy Miyake Mugler, and then I believe Tunde Juicy Tishi, okay? So, and it might switch here and there. They're alternating, but he's also getting other people to come in and teach as well. So,
I think he is Swift in there.
You will get a lot of good training here. If you want to walk, if you want to pump, if you want to stride, if you want some technique in ballroom, come. Starting February 20th, every Monday it's going to be from 6 to 8 here. We're offering testing as well. So yes, let the people know. And obviously it's incentivized.
Come on, Vershawn, with the M's. We know that's right.
Okay, period.
Miyake. That chant is cute though.
But yes, also we have Thrive. Thrive will not be happening tomorrow, but it is our group for our Black Pies individuals, Black men who have sex with men, 18 and 39. We will be back next month because we did not get our flyers yet to advertise accordingly. So yes, we'll be back next month. But after that, you can expect us every first and third Wednesday, 6 to 8 here as well for all our positive individuals, our Black Pies men. Now on Thursdays, we have BQT, and that's every Thursday. Okay, and this Thursday, because it's Black History Month, we keeping it real chill, y'all. We are having a Spades and Chill game night. Okay, so come in, play some spades. Okay, play some games, play some Connect 4, play some Uno, play whatever. You know, we're going to have a little light bubbly, nothing alcoholic because we can't do that right now. But you're going to have a little light bubbly. And it's just going to be a vibe, playing music. You know, usually we sit down and talk about things, but this one's going to be like some chill-ish. Because, you know, that's the culture. We just be chilling and having fun. And that's what we're going to do this Thursday. So that's period.
Okay.
Yes. But other than that, Fourth Fridays is coming up soon. So every fourth Friday, as we said last month, we didn't have it last month, we are having a essential cookout outdoors.
Is it happening this month?
It is happening this month.
Okay,
yes. And it is going to be carnival. Okay, not carnival, not like the circus. It's going to be carnival, like very Caribbean. Like, yes, you know.
Not bad.
I'm different.
It's not bad.
I'm different.
But you're not Caribbean.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
It's like, no, I'm not Caribbean. But y'all, I'm from Baltimore, so it just come out like that. It's bad.
It's not.
So yeah, carnival. And yeah, it's going to be real fun. They're going to have the mess. So yeah. Just know it's going to be fun. Come get tested. Come eat. Come do all the stuff. Come turn up. And yeah, out here. Go ahead.
I'm screaming. Okay, well, I think that is everything. We also do prep and pep, and then Lincoln Shakir as well here at Out Here.
Period.
Sexual health.
Yes.
We just recently had our Sexual Health Saturdays that will be happening every month, I believe. And it was really good. We had a lot of people. I think we had about like 32 tests or something like that. Maybe more. But it was really good. We had some good food. We had some great performers. We were supposed to have another Mugler, but you know, shit happens. And we'll probably have her back at the next one, to be honest. And I believe that's it. So let's get into the topic of the day, shall we?
Yes, let's get into it.
He's handsome and broke.
What? Handsome? Is it because of handsome and wealthy? But he not. Okay, handsome and broke, y'all. We are talking about, first of all, it's Valentine's Day.
I ain't never did that.
And we talking about love and finding it. But what about somebody who's like, you know, he handsome and broke? Like, we got a lot of different things. It's like, oh my God, he has everything I want, but he don't got no money. Oh my gosh, he is so intelligent, but then he just not really, you know, the best dressed, like in the building. It's just like, how do we do these things? Like, I don't understand.
That's happened a few times now for me.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
I'm screaming. So why do you believe imaging, as we're talking about, we're going to talk about imaging today on Valentine's Day, y'all. Why do you think imaging is so prevalent and important in the Black queer community today?
Speaking personally for myself, it isn't. I feel like you should be a good person before your outer appearance should ever like matter. So thank you so much, Rashawn. Thank you so much, Caramel Coochie. Okay, the sensational Kiki House of Coochie. Okay, but yes, I think it's so important to the Black and gay queer/queer community, child. These comments have been fucking me up. But keep them coming. Keep them coming. We love the interaction.
So that's all I can see.
Oh, okay, cute. But yes, I think it's important to the Black queer community just because like we've already dealt with a lot of rejection from the society at large. You know, the hetero society, the Black society, you know, Black hetero society, you know, even, you know, within our own community. So I feel like imaging is one way for us to be like, you know what? Like, you cannot deny me. Like, you cannot say that I don't look good. Like, do you see this? Do you see me? And I think sometimes it gets a little bit overvalued. You were just showing out. And sometimes I think it gets just like a little bit overvalued. But what do you think, co-host? I cannot. This is going to be one of them episodes.
I believe.
Oh my God.
I believe imaging.
Okay.
I believe imaging is important in the community because, why do I feel like it's important?
Kwame, can you pull up that comment that Rashawn put up there?
Get out of here. Anyway, I believe imaging is important to most people.
Period.
In the Black gay community or queer community because of society. It's societal standards, and I feel like it's definitely
period though.
The fact that a lot of people feel, oh, this is what's put out there, so this is what I need to like, or this is what I see, this is what appeals me, so this is what I need to be with. And I feel like in a lot of instances, we base our standards off of society and many things. Like, okay, society says you need to be with that kind of person. So you need to be that kind of person. It's like, okay, I need to attract this kind of person. And then it's like, okay, I need to look like this person so I can attract that kind of person. And then it goes on a toxic path of being like, okay, I need to be fit because this is what everyone's liking. This is what, people with no shirt on Instagram, this is the likes they're getting. Like, this is how I need to be. Like, people showing their ass on Instagram.
That's also me.
This is what I need to do. Like, I need to get my butt, done. I need to get the abs. I need to get this body. I need to get this big dick print. Like, I need to do all the things.
I never put that on the internet. I mean, I did, but that was when I was like younger.
Child. But yeah, these various things makes people feel like, okay, imaging is very important. And then it's like, it's no better when you see in the public, they're saying like, oh, fit is in or skinny is in. And then like they feel a way about thicker guys when thicker guys are fine. I don't know what. So it just depends. It really depends. But I feel like it's important in various ways. So yeah.
It also works in opposition as well. Like, because of these things are put out into the world so positively, a lot of people who do not fit that demographic decide to make what, their version is beautiful and what makes them, them, and really show us what it is. Or, some people are that demographic and then just hate that it's so pushed that they go against the grain and do, everything the opposite of that. Which is also why, like, some people, are perceived to not have the best outfits or, like, the best body types or the best look, because, like, it's intentional. They don't want to be like everybody else. They don't want to succumb to the, societal norms, I think, and that's so beautiful because I feel like that's one of the main things about being, like, queer. It's like we don't have to follow the rules.
Mm-hmm. So what do you feel like are some of the privileges witnessed in the community based on someone's identities?
Well, obviously there is pretty privilege.
Mm-hmm.
There is...
Do you feel you have pretty privilege?
I sure do.
Interesting. How so?
I love it. Do you see me?
How so?
What do you mean, how so? Do you see me?
Explain.
I'm handsome. What else is there to explain? I got a nice body. Okay.
So how do you experience pretty privilege? Explain to the people. Just because you're handsome and like a nice body, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, but still, they
still don't have it.
They still not me. Okay, that's another thing. Because just because you're pretty doesn't mean you have charisma. Okay, and that's a whole nother thing. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I guess I experience it with just like people wanting to know me or like wanting to. Oh, here she go. Wanting to know me, wanting to have conversations with me, wanting to figure out who I am. Like, very much so. Like the Get Me Body video when Beyonce walks in the room, everybody's like, who is it? Who is it? Who is it? And she's like, it's B. That's me. And that's how pretty privilege is basically experienced for the most part. You can skip lines on occasion. Get free drinks, free things in general. Okay. It's a lot. I enjoy it. I don't abuse it, but I do enjoy it. I use my powers for good.
Okay. What about colorism? You are lighter than a lot of other Black males.
That is incorrect, actually.
You are lighter than a lot of other Black males.
That is incorrect, actually.
How?
I am a milk chocolate, okay? I am in
chocolate.
I am not light skinned.
You are not light skinned.
If you were to look at me, like any other Black person in the diaspora, they would not think that I was lighter than the average person. That would not be a statement that has ever been, communicated to me. I mean,
if we were back in slavery or being enslaved, like our ancestors,
I'd probably be darker because I'd be outside.
You would be, maybe, but yes, you would be outside with, the people picking cotton because you are darker. Mm-hmm. But in comparison to the pigmentation spectrum, but due to the pigmentation spectrum, at least right now, especially, you're obviously not light skinned, but you're definitely not dark skin or milk chocolate.
I am.
I'm milk chocolate.
No, you're not.
What am I?
Dark chocolate. You're cacao. You're like you're the raw chocolate before they add the sugar and the milk and the things. That's what you are.
Is cocoa? No.
Yes, you are. Oh, cocoa. Yeah. Excuse me.
Child. Anyway, I do feel like there's pretty privilege as well, and I feel like with colorism there are some later privileges that people get sometimes. I know a lot of people that I've been friends with have used their privileges, being not only pretty,
like you
but
have
really.
privilege?
No,
Really?
not really.
Huh.
I feel like I more so have like leader privilege.
Sure.
That's what it's called. I'm gonna use that. I like that, leader privilege.
And
It's more so like I know how to demand a room, and when I demand a room, it's like most of the time I'm respected, and then it's like, oh, thank you. It depends on who's in that room, what's needed, what's happening. Yeah, but it's never because I'm like pretty. It's more so like
you don't think so?
It's not. I don't feel like I'm pretty. I'm not a pretty girl. I'm a hood. Say no, I'm playing. But
hood bitches is pretty.
Yeah, that's true. But no, I'm not one of them pretty girls. Like Malik is a pretty girl. Like when I think of pretty girl, this is a whole other subject for another day.
Yeah,
because that comes into colorism too.
But it's talking about pretty privilege in general. You don't have to necessarily be pretty. I don't think I'm pretty. I'm handsome. But there's
but
it's like the umbrella term.
I'm definitely I'm attractive and I'm handsome, but it's like
exactly. So you don't.
I don't think I ever have that privilege of like, oh, he's handsome, so he gets X, Y, Z. No, I think it's just he has a demeanor of like he know how to take charge and cool. A lot of people who aren't very assertive or don't have like a backbone or can't stand up to certain people, they're automatically walked on or walked over. So with me, you can't do that with me. It's like I'm very much so I'm gonna challenge you to the death. Because I'm not that kind of girl. And I think that's what gets people, because it's like, okay, he can hold his own. Like, he got heart. And it's like, I do. I don't think I'm pretty.
I don't think that has anything to do with pretty privilege, though, as far as, like...
It doesn't. I just
people walking over you versus, like, you being able to, like, command a room. I feel like a part of commanding a room is people actually wanting to listen to you. And 9 times out of 10, people don't want to listen to somebody who is unattractive.
That's true. So, well, that's false and true at the same time. Because I've had a lot of people I had to listen to when they weren't cute.
You had to. See, that's the operative word.
This is true. I give you that. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I don't be feeling like, I mean, I know I'm like that girl, but I'm also like, am I really that girl? Like, I'm not really that pretty girl, or like that person is just like, oh yeah, listen to me because I'm pretty. Like, it's just more like, I know I'm attractive, but like, I don't expect you to treat me any differently because I'm attractive. Because not everybody's attracted to everybody, and I don't feel like I'm attracted to everybody.
Okay, well, that's what we defer.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm attracted to everybody. I'm like, everybody has their own cup of tea. Like, I have my own cup of tea. People be thinking, oh, you're attracted to him, ain't you? And they're like, no, he's not cute. Like, the fuck? Like, Michael B. Jordan, not my cup of tea. Like, the girls go crazy. For what? I don't see it. No shade. Tyrese, not my cup of tea. For what? I don't see it. Like, I don't.
My perception comes from, my perception on that comes from like innocent until proven guilty. So I'm handsome until proven otherwise. So until you convey to me that I'm not attracted, I'm not attractive to you, I'm just gonna, be like, yes, I'm here. And even if you don't, find me attractive, I'll be like, well, hey,
LOL.
Not everybody has good taste.
Rashawn's a key. I don't feel like, okay, I've seen some ugly people dress cute.
I think we're dragging this though.
We are, because I really want to get to the bottom of this. We should just make this about ugly and pretty. Let me stop. Okay, I'm sorry. Next. So what are the negative connotations that come with being pretty/handsome? Let's get into that part.
People underestimating you, people trying to manipulate you, people trying to use you for their benefit. Like, it gets wild. People thinking you're dumb. Like, people
blonde, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of things. I don't know what have some negative connotations that you've experienced from being pretty/handsome.
I don't think I have any negative things from being handsome. Sounds like I'm pretty. I feel like people may automatically think I'm stuck up, essentially. But I feel like that's more so my demeanor rather than me being handsome. It's just more so like I be in my own world and be like giving the rest of its face.
A collective?
No. I think you being handsome has to do with like your exterior and how appealing you look as a person. not your demeanor. And I feel like your demeanor is different because that comes from your personality. And my personality naturally gives off like resting bitch face, like I don't fuck with nobody. But like when you get to know me, like you be like, oh, he cool as shit. Like he really cool. It's just like when I'm first observing a room, I'm like, I don't know who I could trust. I don't know who I'm gonna like. I'm just observing. Of course, I'm automatically extroverted, but I'm also like, I'm still watching you hoes. So I don't know. It just depends. I don't feel like there's negative conversations, at least on my behalf. I've seen some where people have, like I said, oh, he think he better than everybody, or he think he know everything and all sorts of stuff. And it's just like,
wow.
when you feel,
She's talking about me again.
I'm not.
But those things have been said about me.
When you feel very like confident in who you are and your knowledge, whether it's street smart or academic.
Or both.
Okay. People tend to like, question you or like look at you like, what you really know. And
not wanting to, Vershawn said, not wanting to approach you because they feel like you're on a different level than them. Oh my God, yes.
Mm-hmm.
That is so true.
Very true.
Thinking that we're so materialistic. Yes, that's another one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Vershawn, go off. Yes, all of those things.
Come on, VP.
Or thinking you like, man, bougie or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
When you could be like, just real mangy.
That part. So it just depends. I think it varies depending on people. But have you ever seen pretty privilege denied? If so, how?
Usually pretty privilege is denied in a sense of like preference. So like we mentioned earlier, colorism, or also just racism in general. Because as you've heard my co-host explain, a lot, he does not fancy or prefer the Caucasian masses. He don't do that. He doesn't really stray from any other ethnicities for the most part. Only black. And so that is one of those things where it's like somebody can be really privileged, really pretty or like really handsome, but like, preferences and whoever is in that position of power at the time, like, is who's gonna call it at the end of the day. So it doesn't always work for everybody, but like, have you seen it denied?
I have a lot, and I be shook. And I think it's because a lot of people be jealous of people because it's like, oh, she thinks she better than everybody. She thinks she pretty, and it's like, girl, and it's like usually it happens in the black female community a lot. Like you see a pretty girl, sometimes you think like the other black women are going to support her, be like da da da. No, they will be like, bitch, you think you better than us? I'm not going to give you no clout. I'm not going to give you no time of day. I'm going to make sure everybody know you a hoe. I'm going to do da da da. And it's just like, why y'all dragging each other?
That be happening in the black
community. It happens in our community too, but like I've seen it mostly with black women, and it's so sad. But like I've seen a lot of beautiful black women walk into a room, and a lot of black girls are so intimidated, or they're like, oh no. So then like it could be the bartender. Bartender's supposed to be a bartender. See a black girl walk in, serve her. But instead she's like, oh no, she's too pretty. Like ignores her down. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, that woman was waiting. Like, and she was like, oh yeah, he gonna help her. And it's just like, why you ain't help her? It's just, I don't know, things like that is like, why are you jealous? Like, why can't we all be beautiful? Or like all like, not kumbaya, but like just prop each other up. Like if I see another black gay man who is gorgeous, handsome, pretty, whatever the case may be, I'm gonna give him all his props. Like I'm gonna be like, you're eating. Like you look good as fuck. Like period. Eat it up. Like, duh. Like I'll be like, you look good. Like I always pop up with my girls. Like, come on. Ooh. When Malik is eating, Malik is eating. When Ace is eating, Ace is eating. When Navon look good, Navon look good. When Rashawn look good, Rashawn look good. Like all my babies be eating. So I'm like, what is going on? I'm gonna always pop y'all up. So I don't like people get jealous or secretly like, I don't want to talk to them, or they excluded because they look too good. Like, what? You a hater. That's what you are.
I mean, but the same goes if you don't like an outfit too.
Okay, that's different.
That's not different.
Because
that's still, I mean, you don't.
Why are you denying somebody because you don't like the outfit? I'm talking about the mug. The mug, if the mug is not right, then I understand. But baby,
you understand if somebody thinks that the mug is not right, they should be denied?
Because you're not pretty.
Wow. You heard it here first, though.
Mean Girls.
Wow.
You're an ugly girl, Katie. You're a bitch.
Okay, well. I don't think that anybody should be denied for their outer appearance.
No, not at all.
I do think not everyone can be pretty or handsome.
That's true.
Because in the words of another Aries queen, Jasmine Sullivan, it ain't easy being this fine all the time, because if it was, then we all could do it. But we can't now.
Period. That's true. Just so we're clear, I don't think anybody should be denied either if they are not appealing. I just feel as though it is different when someone is pretty and denied.
But why is it different?
We're going to get into it. And we're going to talk about if we would date somebody who's handsome and broke after this commercial break. Ooh. Bye, y'all.
Are you in need of a quick and easy way to know your HIV status? Swab and Chill is a discreet way to learn your status in the comfort of your own home. The process gives you results in 20 minutes. Swab the upper gums, swab the lower gums, and voila! Simply follow the colorful step-by-step instructions located inside the kit. Or call APLA and we can assist you virtually. In addition, all kits include condoms and lube for that penetrative fun. For our trans clients, we have Swab and Chill Plus, a customizable kit for trans-specific needs. And we haven't forgotten about COVID either. All kits include personal protection gear, like face masks, comfortable yet stylish, a personal touch tool for dealing with those germ-infested handles and ATM keypads, wet wipes for those little messes that need cleaning up. Also, keep that summer body protected with Swab and Chill sunscreen. And don't forget about our fanny packs for those quick trips to the store. All this can be yours. Simply call Swab and Chill at 323-329-9713 or email us at swabandchill@apla.org. We would love for you to be part of our Swab and Chill family.
Come Swab and Chill with us!
And we are back. So if you are just tuning in, y'all, I am Ryan and that is Dwayne. Okay, I'm from Healthy Him program. We focus on Black MSM and he focuses on everybody else and Black MSM as well.
A2 up, anybody but white people.
Okay, period. So we were talking about handsome and broke. Like we just talking about how does one deal with an individual who has something that is so amazing, but something that counteracts it, where it's just like, I can't deal with this. So before the commercial break, we were discussing pretty privilege, y'all. And you had a question, co-host, do you remember? You don't remember. Okay, so I don't remember either. So I thought you would remember it.
Moving on. Oh, wait.
So
because it was no, let's just move on.
Exactly. So moving on, y'all, could you date someone who was handsome and broke, first off, or ugly?
So here's the thing, like I've dated a few people who, you know, to the masses may have not been like the most handsome or the most like had the most money, you know, and what I tend to like, for me personally, now you gotta have a job. You gotta have some type of like financial support to support yourself, because I'm not carrying no grown person. But, you know, I'm not saying you have to be rich either. Like, you know, you can be rich in other ways, and that's like the type of person I am. That's what I look for. And then there are people who are like, you know, just a little rough. It's like, it's not like they're ugly. They just are different, you know. Like, they're not ugly. Maybe they just have a different style or a different aesthetic, or like, you know, maybe they are in their point of their life where they're experimenting with their hair color. You know, that doesn't necessarily make them ugly per se. It's just like, that's what they want to do right now. Hopefully they may find their way back, okay? Because, yeah. But Yes, to answer the question, because I mean, a lot of people that I've dated, you know, the masses might not find attractive. So
Okay, so
That's
what if
not
they're
on me.
like handsome and broke, but smart or employed?
if they're smart, I mean, what do you like? All of those things.
Smart and unemployed. How about we start there? That's the first, second.
Well, if you're smart and you're unemployed, you can find a job.
Can you?
Yeah,
Look at Lawrence from Insecure.
you can find a job.
Job.
He didn't put in the effort because he was comfortable. That's the difference.
Okay, talk about it.
But yeah, if you're smart, you can find a job. So I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
I give people a month to 3 months.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, what about an arrogant person?
If the lack of income is new, then that's fine. But if you've been without income, I don't know what he think we finna do. Like, if I find you between jobs, that's cool. And that's how I feel too, Rashawn, okay? Like, you know, it's period. Because it's just like, at the end of the day, it's like, you know, it's not like you was always broke. Like, you just hit a rough patch. We all hit rough patches at some point,
That's
but
true.
you know, it's how we recover.
Yeah, I feel that.
Now, what was the question? Arrogant and what?
I just said arrogant.
Arrogant?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's a fine line between arrogant and confident. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it just all depends. Like, I don't know. I communicate a lot. I communicate well, and I like to ask a lot of questions. So, if I feel that something was an arrogant action, I'm not just going to assume it was an arrogant action. I'm going to, you know, ask questions as to why, you know, what their thought process was on that, and, you know, maybe their history of that and how that works. Like, yeah, but you know, 9 times out of 10, people who think others are arrogant are really just confident, and they're offended by the confidence.
Mm-hmm.
They're offended by things that they see in the person that they're calling arrogant that they lack.
Rashawn said, I don't know, confidence can be seen as arrogance.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
What I would say is, handsome and broke. It depends for me. I'm a material girl. Okay. I want Chanel 9 boots. But no, as a whole. I'm so funny. But no, as a whole, I appreciate someone who is handsome. If they are broke, it depends on why you're broke. Are you broke because you're not trying to get money? Are you broke because you're actively choosing to be broke? Like, this is my whole thought process. So I'm just like, okay, so cool. I think it depends on how much I like you, whether I stay or not. That's for me.
Valid as fuck. Oh,
Personal.
shit. Ooh.
That's my personal
Valid as
perspective.
heck. Ooh.
If I really like you and I'm like, it's okay, I got you, babe. Like, we good.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna hold you down. Real Ether. Like, she was trying to stay with Lawrence for a minute while he was trying to figure out woo-woo. And then it was like, I can't do it no more.
I'm not gonna hold you down. I'm gonna help you get to the bag. I ain't holding shit down.
I mean, hold you down and help you get to the bag at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, you gotta clarify for me because I'm not. Like I said, I ain't carrying no grown person.
I mean, like, hold you down while you figure your life out, because we all have those moments where it's like, I need help. Like, sometimes we wish we were kids again because we want that same feeling again of like, oh, I don't have to worry about these bills right now. I don't have to do this because someone else takes care of that right now. Great. And that's what I would do. If I don't really like you like that, I'm gonna be like, well, I think you need to figure it out. And until you do, I'm good. So yeah. It just depends.
So nice.
As far as being unemployed but smart, I personally feel like if you're smart, yes, as Dwayne said, you would try to find employment. But for those who really aren't trying and actively just like, I'd just rather be unemployed. Like, I'd just rather collect unemployment for a few months and live my life. What was that comment? I can't see. Handsome beauty can get places that
working to gain money won't. And that is true too, Harold, whoever you are.
Period.
Because that is very, very, very.
That name sounds familiar. I'm trying to remember where that's from. Harold, I don't know where you're from, but it sounds familiar. I feel like I've seen you or talked to you before. But yeah. I don't know. I'm feeling a lot of different ways. As far as arrogant, I didn't get to that part. So arrogant, It just depends on your feelings of yourself. Because it becomes more so like a narcissist, like, okay, you're all about yourself. And because confidence is like, okay, it's sexy to be confident. I love a guy who's confident. If you're not confident in yourself, I can't be with you. Because it's like, you're always going to be insecure. And I've dealt with that before. And it's like real easy. Like, I ain't got time. Like, I need a person who's secure in themselves because I'm secure in myself. So it's like, we can't be, because then you're going to feel like everything I feel about me is an attack to you. And it's not true. That's a personal issue. So
say it again.
I'm screaming. Anyways, it just depends on the level and if it's vanity or like, a narcissist. And narcissists really are just all about them, like 25-8. Like it's all about me. And they feel like everything is me. You did this to me, and I did this to me, and me, and I look like this, and I look like this, did not do this, and then I do this, and it's me. So, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So how do you think one can acquire pretty privilege? If possible.
I mean, get a BBL because they popular.
Okay, so before we get sued because of her, we are not, Healthy Him the show or Pyromedia is not telling people to actually do this, okay? This is the personal opinion of Randy and Dwayne Sevi from the Healthy Him show.
Correct. Obviously, they should know this.
You gotta say stuff like that because that comes back later.
Anyways. But most people, I was gonna clear it up after. Most people feel like beauty now on social media is the goal. So what we see on social media right now is getting a BBL. Like that makes you pop it. Like, oh, your ass is fat, it's popping.
Yes.
Okay. Becoming an Instagram model, getting your titties done, all the things, getting Botox, getting a facelift, getting all of that. For the guys, it's liposuction.
It's still titties.
I'm screaming for liposuction, taking all the fat out your stomach, putting it somewhere else, probably in your booty. It's various things, getting your lips, feels, all of those things. Like, all of that comes with really loving yourself and knowing that, like, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, okay? So it's like, if you look at yourself and be like, I'm beautiful, like, believe that and live like that. But if you don't and you going off of what social media is telling you, then you're going to want to look like everybody else on social media. And that's the issue.
So Vershawn commented, self-love and self-care is how people can acquire pretty privilege. It truly helps you grow from the inside out.
Yeah, we just like the same thing in two different ways.
That last comment.
We said the same thing in two different ways. I love that.
For me, it's a little different, but it's the same. Because I feel like a lot of things that people don't like about themselves are typically physical. Most of the things that we don't like about ourselves, we can change because we are in charge of all of this. Mm-hmm. Okay. So like, if you feel like you're a little big, you can get your big butt in the gym.
What's big?
I mean, I don't know.
What's the big, sweetie?
That's my lower body.
Top body.
That's who though.
I'm screaming.
But the waist is still okay. But no, you get me off track. If you don't like some of the habits that you do, or like you don't like your hair, change it. Like any of these things, like I would just say how one can acquire pretty privilege is like, one, pretty is in the eye of the beholder and you are the beholder. So if you think you're pretty, then you're pretty, and that's just that on that. If you don't think that something about you is not so pretty, change it. It's that simple. And everybody who don't see what you see, because like I said earlier, not everybody has good taste.
Come on, I love that. So do non-pretty people have, you think, less sex, or do they overcompensate for their lack of beauty? Talk about it.
I don't think non-pretty people have less sex. I honestly think they might have more sex, to be honest. Because a lot of the times, like when you don't feel good about yourself and you don't feel pretty, but you know that sex is always wanted, or you're good at sex, or you're good at sucking dick. Some people will just,
more willing to do it with anybody.
Yeah, basically because they know that, you know, even if you don't want me or like me physically, you gonna like this. So it's just like
not you quoting hotels.
I'm quoting all the girls. Well, more so Jasmine than anything, because I love me some Jasmine Sullivan.
That was Ari Stell, child. But go ahead.
And I paraphrased it because it wasn't exactly like that.
No, that wasn't Ari Stell. That was somebody else.
It wasn't Ari Stell at all.
Yeah, no. I was thinking of Ari.
Ari would never.
No, I think it was what's the name? I can't think of it.
But yeah, back to what I was saying. I think they have more sex just because of their low self-esteem and wanting to be liked, wanting to be loved, wanting to be accepted into society. And then honestly, some people take that and run with it, and then it becomes their whole persona and their whole life, and then all they are is just sex, you know, sex worker, sexy-ish, whatever that means to them. Because some people think sexy means naked, and that is not it at all.
That's true. That's society for you.
It is not that simple.
Everybody's thinking that, and it's not okay. You don't have to take off your clothes to be attractive.
You don't have to take off your clothes to be sexy, okay? Mm-hmm. There's more to sex appeal than nudity.
It's in the eyes, y'all.
It's important in the eyes. It's in the eyes. It's in the
demeanor.
In the demeanor.
Okay.
As you know,
so
my co-host likes to say all the
I
time.
love a man with a nice demeanor. Okay,
You know,
like what's up? I'd be like, ooh.
Sometimes you ain't even gotta do that. Sometimes you just gotta look and give a head nod, and it's really just
But you gotta really look good too, because if you just like kind of cute and you look in your face,
well, hey, I can only speak from my experience,
right?
So
for yourself.
But yes, no, I think they might overcompensate for their beauty. But, you know, then there are others. There's always two sides of the spectrum. Mm-hmm. So there's that side, and then there's also this side where they're just like, they avoid people at all costs. And then they are, you know, celibate by choice. But really, you know, they don't have the confidence or the wherewithal to actually go for what they want. Or who they want.
Come on. Speak, somebody.
What you think?
Do
non-pretty people have less sex, or are they overcompensating with more sex?
I feel like yes, they're overcompensating with more sex, and I feel like in many instances they do experience less because they aren't.
Do they?
I think they do. I think in many instances, as you said, I do agree with like they do overcompensate. So it's like they're more open to potentially having more sex with anybody who accepts them to any degree. Mm-hmm. But as a whole, I feel like they have less sex because it's like not everybody is gonna want you. And it's like many people like pretty people. And it's like in many instances, I don't think a lot of people just like, oh, you're just something to do. Yeah, like it's rare when you find that. You gotta be like a sex addict or something, just like I don't care who you are. Because most people want somebody who is attractive, especially in today's society. 2023.
At least to some degree. You know, if you're a butterface, that's fine, because at least your body is nice.
Yeah.
But like, or vice versa.
Oh yeah. I just thought somebody said that. But anyway, yeah, I just feel like they do. And I know a few people who just, you know, happen to have it hard.
You have to tell me who you thought about
facially.
I'm
screaming. You have it hard facially. But it's like, okay, you know, like
there's a lot of people like that. A lot of black queers are like that, and the girls just eat it up. I'm like, y'all don't see the teeth.
But they be living in life because honestly,
y'all don't see the power.
I think what I realized is that although they may not be attracted to our community, they're attracted to another community, and that's the tea.
But it's just like
because they're not appealing to the fellow black gay community, but if they go to the Latino gay community or the white gay community, they're going to eat them up. And of course, they're being fetishized, but they're still going to eat them the fuck up.
But that's because they're black, not because they're pretty.
Yeah, but they're being eat the fuck up.
Or they're black and have a nice body or a muscular.
Yeah, and they want that. They want to be like, oh, I'm having sex with this black man. This black.
Yeah, but that's not
this mandingo.
So that's different. That's not pretty privilege. That is black privilege, or you know,
is that black privilege? I've never heard those two words together, huh?
I mean, I guess it's not necessarily privilege if you're being fetishized.
I'm about to say,
but I mean, like,
child, I don't believe that. But yeah, they do overcompensate. That makes sense. But
I would just like to rephrase one of the things that you said. Like,
go ahead.
People are more likely to have sex with people they're attracted to. And I would disagree. I think like people are more likely to have sex or are attracted to confident people, not necessarily pretty people. Because like I said, like that beauty is in, you know, the eye of whoever's looking at you. So we'll run the tape back because I definitely said it. But Anywho, so I said that to say because there's a lot of like dudes and, you know, men and women who like bigger people, you know, but they are not going to say that like out loud, nor will they be seen with this person in public, etc. and so forth. But in private, like they love them damn. You know, love everything they do, love every roll, every crevice, every sweat bead. You know,
Sweat bead.
You know, hey, every heavy breath. You know, all of that good stuff. You know, but for some reason they can't bring themselves to, you know, admit that in public because of societal standards. So you know, it's pretty privilege is just it's a hard thing to say because like. Some people may not, to the world at large, be pretty, but they know they're pretty because they know what goes on like behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. So, and they're confident.
That's fair. Okay.
Because there are some people that, you know, are maybe not pretty to us, but are pretty to others that they just keep in the closet, in the cut back there, you know, so they don't get clowned by their friends or judged by the masses. Or even their family. Because if your family don't like your person, that's a whole other story.
That's true.
Unless you're not very family oriented, because then that's something different.
Like I was saying, yeah, I feel like in many instances, yes, they're fetishized, but they are appealing to someone else. And although it may not be pretty privilege, it's still like they are being recognized so that they're using that ability to appeal to those people to some degree. And it's like, you know.
It's a hard episode for me.
Why?
Because I be wanting to say some ignorant stuff that I'm not going to say on the air.
I'm screaming. But yeah, I know several individuals who are Black queer men and are like liked and wanted in the white community or the Latinx community. And then it's just like, okay, you're wanted there, but when you come to our spaces, because you are still a Black queer man, you're not as wanted. And I feel like that comes with the demeanor as well, because now you kind of like, you have a demeanor more so like you're not fond of your own community. And then you're also you're not appealing, but at the same time, you're not fond of us. So it's like, how can we...
Well, how would somebody be fond of a community that has constantly rejected them? Why would you be accepting of that community if you felt like every time you've attempted to be with said person or community?
See, it just depends. It depends. It depends because I think a lot of people, they have one or two instances where it's like, oh, that man rejected me, or oh, this person rejected me. But it's like, that's not the whole community. We're a whole community at large. There is some other Black queer man who I'm sure you could be with, but you're choosing not to because of your past traumas or issues.
And that's exactly what I was going to say, Mr. Psych Major. Mm-hmm. Trauma is a real thing.
It is,
after so many times, you just get tired.
This is true. And that's why you got to find your peace. And your peace.
And sometimes your peace is not with your people.
Yeah, you know, I don't like that.
It is what it is.
I don't agree with it, but that's just me.
You know, until somebody changes their mind or works hard to change their mind, that's just what it is.
I like Black memes. But anyway, what advice would you give our viewers, you know, who feel like they're not attractive or they can't reach, you know, pretty privilege? They can't, you know, find love. What advice would you give them?
I was about to make a joke, but I was like, nah, that clip, I know y'all. I have a future, and I know y'all gonna dig this up later. So let me just be
I don't care
politically correct. Yeah, you know, you've been eating and drinking and all types of things.
It's water and a cookie.
Cookies.
Yeah, and what about it?
But my advice to y'all would just be, not lately. I don't know what Vershawn said, like self-work and love on yourself. You know, if you take a piece of paper. I love writing. I love writing prompts. Mm-hmm. I love when I do them on my own accord.
Okay.
Let's be clear. Mm-hmm. So get a piece of paper and really define what you feel is like beautiful or what you feel like is attractive. Write all of that down. And then on the other side, write all the attributes that you feel like you possess / already have. Compare those two lists. If there are things on the attractive list that you can change, you know, and whether you feel like you can or you can't, like Google, research. Because a lot of the times, like you really can, like some people have pigment issues, but don't necessarily feel like they have, the money to get hyperpigmentation, like skincares and things like that. However, with a regular, 99-cent store run, you get some sugar, you get some coconut oil, you get some turmeric. And right there, you already have like a discoloration scrub that over time, probably like 3 to 6 months, but over time will help your skin and bring it to a new, and you'll no longer have those, as bad issues, if you're consistent. And so that's the thing with anything in life, anything about our bodies, anything about our mentalities, our emotions, like all of these things, spirituality even too.
Yes. Rashawn said he got the most play when he weighed 285. I know that's right. Period. And that's what I'm saying. Another thing, like I feel like people, we'll get to that. That's gonna make it longer. But he said not based off of European beauty standards, and that's also very true.
Yes,
like that's the problem.
Okay. They are. Mm-hmm. But they realize now that thick is in. Thick has always been in, but it's just been on the hush, like forever.
And I feel like Lizzo has a huge part of that for now. Like for today's society, Lizzo has a huge part of that. And I feel like
before Lizzo there was Monique.
Yeah, but people would still troll her, and people still troll Lizzo. But it's like now she's like, if nobody told you today, you're special, and I love that song.
Well, it's because she makes music. Monique told jokes about the same things, and I feel like I think with the whole thing about it is, and my point is with the whole like knowing your OGs and your ancestors and things like that, it's like somebody has to start the trend before the trend gets to its momentum that it needs to keep going. And so although Lizzo, took the baton and ran with it, there was Monique to do like the heavy lifting, to do the hard work that came with being a big girl.
If we talk about ancestors, it could go way before Monique. Mm-hmm. Like we can go back to Hattie McDaniel.
Billie Holiday.
Like Billie Holiday's not big.
They thought she was big.
Well, for standards, but true. Yeah. But Hattie McDaniel, she was a thick, not a red bone, but she was a thick madame. But yeah, she was the OG who, got an Oscar for her performance, but she was not allowed into the theater because she was a Black woman, and that was back in racist times. We still in those times, but racist times. So Monique definitely like continued it. I just feel like in this day and age, Lizzo has really put people, especially with Gen Z. Gen Z is so much more like they're soaking everything up and they're really pushing forward to have these different things. Like now these new terms, the new alphabets that we're getting on our, LGBTQIA+.
I wonder when we're going to shut it down.
It's just like
we need to gatekeep the acronym.
All these new things are happening. It's like Gen Z is really on it. And I really appreciate that because it's like y'all are really doing the things that our generation kind of started. The generation before us barely could do. And now we're trying to deal with all of that. But
to a degree, because kiddies, you don't know everything. I understand that you're very evolved and you're very accepting of people, but be open to learning more from people who came before you. And I'm saying that for myself too. Mm-hmm. I'm not Gen Z though.
But that's not everybody.
Millennial.
I'm screaming.
That's not Gen Z.
Everybody.
Would never.
I wouldn't say that's everybody in Gen Z though, because I've seen some Gen Z who are still very ignorant. It just depends on how they're being raised.
Yeah.
So,
but that's every generation.
Yeah, that's true. Exactly. So we just gotta raise the kids better. It starts with the kids. Let's start there. It starts with the kids, then self-love. Okay, because I believe the children are our future. Hello, shout out to Nippy. But to find love, start with loving yourself. Just start loving yourself. Start looking in the mirror, giving affirmations, being like, I look good, Don't let nobody else tell you don't look good. And if they do, they a hater. Okay, period. Okay. And if you don't feel good, then that's okay. Like, you don't have to be like,
but start with your clothes, if anything.
Yeah.
Start with your clothes.
And I feel like that, please know, like, there's a certain, like, I don't even want to say that. That is going to say it.
So we're just going to end it on that note. We did so well. Okay, thank y'all for tuning into the Healthy Him Show. I am Dwayne Savid, and he is Ryan
T. And we'll see y'all next week. Bye.